John Kavakis here from My Take, and today we're going to be taking a look at Goldvarg's 1953 Ford Courier. This one in New York City police trim. Now, 1953 was a refresh year for Ford. 52 was as well, but there was some refinements that came along in 1953. We saw the availability for the first time of power steering, power brakes. There was a wider stance by just a little bit more. They had a fortified frame, which they called a K-bar, and 1953 was Ford's 50th anniversary. So all the Fords made for that year had a special commemorative steering wheel in it. It came with a standard engine, 216 cubic inch inline six, but one of the great options for 53 was a 239 cubic inch flathead V8. So one of the more interesting offerings that Ford had for 53 was called the Courier. And it was a sedan delivery. It had a shared body with the two-door wagon, but this one had no rear seat. The rear windows, instead of glass being in the windows, were painted steel panels. Early versions of, I think, what came to be what we call a cargo van. Had a side-hinged rear cargo door, and you know what? They were pretty popular. Ford, New York City had several of them in their police fleet, and you'd see them around here and there. But New York City did some neat things, and I think Goldvarg has given us a nice replica of this model. So we get it out of the box here. Let me brush the dust off with my little cosmetics brush here, make sure that it's nice and clean and beautiful for you. And we'll put it on the turntable and we'll take a look at it. So the first thing that I want to notice, again, you know, Goldvarg just does such an incredible job with badging. This one has a V8, has a small V8 insignia on the front fenders. The lensing is just incredible. They've got lenses for the headlights, lenses for the spotlights on the fenders, lenses for the lights up on the roof, the red lenses there, lenses back in the tail guides. It's just absolutely beautiful lensing job. The labeling on the car, New York City Police, and the various numbers on the Emergency Service Division is absolutely incredible as well. This is something that Goldvarg just excels at. The chrome is bright and beautiful. All these little bits of trim, right on the rear quarter panel down by the wheel well, the separate door handles, separate mirrors, the trim around the windows, very delicate, very beautifully done. And something that Goldvarg has done here that they probably didn't have to, but I'll tell you something, it really makes the model unique, is the interior trim. The door panels are well replicated, the seats look authentic, the dash is beautiful, the steering wheel is authentically replicated, there's even gauges in the dash, and they have authentically replicated the rear seat on this wagon. Once again, something they didn't have to do, but they've done a really great job on it. So it's a really fine model of a really unique piece, and you know Goldvarg has his passion for the airlines, for the public service vehicles and everything, and I think that passion shows through in the detail he uses on this model. So let's do the 5-star evaluation on it. Fidelity, absolutely 5 out of 5. Trim, lensing, and badging, I'm going to give it a 5. Interior detail, I'd give this a 6 if I could. It did a really good job on that. Wheels and tires, something that Goldvarg has struggled with a little bit, not much, not enough to be a detractor to the model, but wheels and tires in this one are great. And I'm giving them a 5 because they look like the original dog dish hubcaps on the steel wheels. It looks fantastic. So value on the Goldvarg site, they're $109. This is a fantastic value. So I'm giving this one a total of 30 points out of 30 points. Goldvarg hits another one out of the park. Great value, incredible detail, absolutely stupendous finish of a car that you just can't find by any other maker. So that's my take on Goldvarg's 53 Ford Courier in New York City police trim. Hey, if you enjoyed my video, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Would you hit the like button down at the bottom of the video, and if you have time, subscribe to the channel. I'd like to be able to keep up with you on forthcoming videos. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.